Hey, and welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're getting into something lots of us think we kind of understand. Live sports betting. You're watching the game, right? Seeing it all happen. You feel like you're right there.
Totally.
But what if the stuff we looked at shows there's this hidden disadvantage, even when you're glued to the screen watching live?
Yeah, that's exactly it. What this material really brings out is this pretty significant tech gap.
A tech gap.
Right. A big difference in how information gets from the game to you versus how it gets to the bookmaker. You feel like you know what's happening instantly.
But you don't.
But there's this, built-in lag you probably don't even notice.
Okay, let's unpack that, because that sounds, well, pretty important. So a key thing here is that most live streams you're watching, they're delayed.
Yeah, delayed.
And not just like a tiny bit. We're talking potentially 7, 10, maybe even 30 seconds late. Sometimes more.
Exactly. And it really depends on how you're watching.
Right. Like, is it your phone? A specific app?
Yeah.
Cable? An international feed? All those things can add delay.
And that's the contrast. Bookmakers, they aren't watching those streams. Not at all.
So what are they using?
The material shows they tap into these ultra-fast, basically zero-latency data feeds.
Zero latency. How?
Think private satellite links, dedicated fiber optic lines straight from the stadium, maybe exclusive deals with the leagues. They get the raw data instantly, the second something happens.
Wow. Okay, so zero latency versus potentially 30 seconds. That's huge. Let's use that football example from the source material.
Good one.
So you see a striker breakaway in your screen, looks like a clear chance. You react fast, grab your phone, place that bet. Goal incoming. Feel smart, ready. You're right on it.
But here's the kicker, and it's kind of painful if you've done this.
That
goal. On the bookmaker's super fast feed, it might have actually gone in, say, 15, 20 seconds before you even saw the breakaway clearly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Their system logged it the instant it happened. Odds adjusted. Maybe that specific betting market even closed seconds ago.
So you're betting on something that, for the bookmaker, is already history.
Precisely. And it's not just goals, Think about a penalty being given or a red card, even just a corner kick. The bookmaker system knows, reacts, changes odds way before you see it pop up on your delayed stream.
They're reacting to the actual real-time event, not my slightly delayed version of it.
Exactly. Your perception is lagging behind their reality.
The material also mentions something called latency arbitrage. What's that?
So that's basically the idea that some algorithms used by betting providers might be set up to capitalize on this delay.
How?
Well, imagine your bet comes in based on your delayed view. Their system, knowing the real-time situation from the fast feed, might see that the event you're betting on has already finished or changed things dramatically. So it might accept your bet just as the odds really shift against you. Or maybe just reject it outright because it knows better. It's like this tiny window where they know something crucial that you, on your stream, don't get.
So putting it all together, it feels less like a fair bet and more like, well, starting a race knowing the other guy got a head start, a big one sometimes. The material is clear. It's not really cheating in the, illegal sense.
Right, not technically.
But it's definitely an engineered imbalance. You, the average viewer with a standard stream, are just inherently behind.
That's the core of it, yeah. The playing field isn't quite level because of the technology difference. It's just built in.
Okay, so if you're someone placing live bets, what does this actually mean? What can you do? What's the advice here?
Well, the material suggests a few key things. First, just be aware of your stream's delay. Really aware.
Assume you're behind.
Yes. Assume you are lagging, especially on mobile or certain streaming platforms. They vary wildly. Don't assume it's instant.
Got it. Don't just trust what your eyes see on screen for the timing.
Exactly. Second point, maybe avoid pure reaction betting.
Meaning?
Meaning, betting only because you just saw something specific happen on your screen, like that goal example.
Because by the time you see it?
By the time you see it, the real-time value, the edge, is probably gone. The market's already moved based on the instant data.
So what's the alternative then?
Maybe rely more on your pregame analysis. Or watch how the betting markets are moving. They often reflect that faster data feed. See where the odds are shifting rapidly.
And the material mentioned other options too.
Yeah, it touched on low-latency betting exchanges. Some more experienced bettors might look into those.
Why? Are they faster?
The idea is that since they're often peer-to-peer, The information flow might be quicker, or at least the structure potentially offers a slightly more level playing field regarding that pure speed difference compared to traditional bookies. But, they might work differently, different interfaces.
Interesting. It really does sound like in live betting, information speed is just everything. And your standard stream is probably a weak link.
Absolutely. Knowing this difference, this latency gap, is probably the most critical thing to grasp if you're betting live.
Right, because in this super fast-paced world of live sports betting, understanding this hidden delay as the material really lays out, it's the essential first step. So you're not just walking in blind.
And honestly, that awareness could be the difference between making a smart bet and, well, regretting it later.